Welcome to LSU UREC Online. My name is Megan, and today I will be leading a UREC Group X PIO instructional class. Before beginning today's class, I would like to remind you of a few safety guidelines. Before beginning any exercise, please be sure to consult with a physician. For PIO, you will need a mat or towel to prevent contact with a hard or abrasive surface. You will also need an open space to allow for full extension of arms and legs. Please be sure to remove both socks and shoes before beginning. And be sure to be well hydrated throughout your workout. If you need a water break, simply pause the workout and continue when ready. Let's begin with hands at heart center, standing at the top of the mat. We're going to begin with the yoga portion of our class, so let's start with some yoga breathing. Go ahead and close your eyes. In yoga, we inhale through the nose, completely filling the lungs up with air. And then exhale through the nose, completely emptying the lungs of air. Go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, slowly bring palms down to heart center. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, heart center. Inhale and reach. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes. Inhale, lifting up halfway to gorilla. And exhale, relax, hands come to the floor, bend your knees, step the right leg back to lunge, and the left leg to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower down your knees for a modified chaturanga. Elbows are in by your side. Inhale, lifting up to a low cobra, elbows are bent. And exhale, tuck the toes under, press the heels into the floor for downward facing dog. For our first down dog, let's start by bending our knees. Make sure that the feet are hip width apart. We're going to lift the tailbone up toward the ceiling and slowly start to straighten out those legs as you feel ready. Step the right leg forward to lunge. And then the left leg to forward bend. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, relax to forward fold. Inhale all the way up, full sun. And exhale, mountain pose. Again, inhale, full sun, reaching up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to gorilla. And exhale, relax, hands to the floor, bend your knees, step the right leg back to lunge, and left leg to plank. Inhale here, exhale, lower down your knees, and slowly come down to a modified chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra, and exhale, tuck your chin under, and press the heels into the floor for downward facing dog. Breathing here. For 3 and 2 and 1. Step the right leg forward to lunge and then the left leg to forward bend. Inhale, lifting up to gorilla and exhale, relaxed, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, full sun, and exhale, mountain pose. Adding on, let's bend our knees, inhale the chair. And let's slowly bring our hands to heart center in chair. We're going to come to a prayer twist. Slowly bring left elbow to the right knee. And turn your gaze up toward the ceiling. With every inhale, see if you can get a little more length in the spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly come back to center. And we're going to switch directions. Right elbow comes down to the outside of the left leg and gazes up toward the ceiling. Try and keep your knees together here. Again, getting length in the spine as you inhale and twisting on your exhale. For 3 and 2 1, come back to center. And exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, relax, bend your knees. Step or jump back to plank. Here you can continue to lower down your knees or come to chaturanga by lowering down. Knees are lifted. Inhale, lift up halfway to cobra. And exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Lift right leg up to the ceiling. And bring right knee under the body. Place the foot between the hands. Lower right heel down, left heel down. Inhale, lift up to Warrior One. In Warrior One, we want to have our hips pointing toward the short side of the mat. Arms are up overhead and gaze is at the fingers. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we're going to slowly bring the hands down in front of the foot. And inhale, come on back up. Good for 3. Inhale, come up. And 2. Lift. And 1. This time we're going to bring hands all the way down alongside the foot and step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up to cobra or up dog with the knees lifted. Exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot reaches up to the sky. And then slowly bend left knee and bring the foot between the hands. Lower right heel down. Inhale, come up to Warrior One. Breathing here. Lowering down into pose with every exhale. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, slowly sweep the hands down in front of the foot. And inhale, come up. Exhale. And inhale. 2 more. And last one, exhale. And inhale. Slowly bring hands down alongside the foot. Step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and step or jump the feet between the hands. Inhale, lifting up to gorilla. And exhale, relax to forward bend. Bend your knees, reach up to chair. And exhale to mountain pose. Bend your knees, coming to chair. And exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, relax. Hands to the floor, bend those knees. Step or jump back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Right foot reaches up to the sky. Bend that right knee, bring the leg under the body. Place the foot between the hands. We're going to lift up this time to crescent lunge. In crescent lunge, left heel is lifted. Palms are up to the ceiling. You can gently arch back if you feel ready. Let's bring our hands down in front of us. And then inhale, come back up. One more time, bring those palms out in front of you. We're going to square off the hips. And we're going to start to shift our body weight onto the right foot, lifting the left foot up off the floor, coming to airplane pose. Good for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the hands to the floor. Lower left foot down. Step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Left leg comes up to the ceiling now. Bring left leg under the body, place the foot between the hands. We're going to inhale back up to crescent lunge. Again, right heel is lifted, gaze is up toward the hands. Let's bring our hands down in front of us, squaring off the hips. Inhale, come up. One more time, bring those hands down and start to shift the weight onto the left foot, lifting up to airplane pose. Gaze is fixed on something on the floor that isn't moving. For 3, and 2, and 1. Hands come down to the floor and step back to lunge, and then plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Bend those knees, look forward. Step or jump the feet between the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway to gorilla. And exhale, relax to forward bend. Inhale to chair. And exhale to mountain pose. Let's take a big step to the right. We want our feet about 3 feet apart. We're going to turn the left foot to the short side of the mat. Extend the hands out. Gaze is looking toward those left fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly fold over the left leg. Right arm is up toward the ceiling for triangle pose. Left hand we're trying to bring to the shin, the foot, or to the floor. With every inhale, see if you can get a little bit more length in the spine. Exhale, twisting up toward the ceiling. Make sure that right shoulder isn't coming in front of the body. You want the right shoulder straight up toward the ceiling. For 3, and 2, and 1. Turn to look down at your toes. Inhale, come up. Turn both feet to face the long side of the mat. Inhale, the arms up to center. Exhale, fold forward. Reaching for the floor between your feet. For a wide leg forward bend. For 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bring hands to the hips. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, release those hands. We're going to turn right foot to face the short side of the mat. Arms are extended, gaze is over the right fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Left hand is up toward the ceiling. And left shoulder is pointing straight up toward the ceiling as well. Again, with every inhale, get a little more length in the spine. And exhale, twist a little bit more deeply. For 3, and 2, and 1. Slowly turn your head, look down at your foot, and inhale, come on up to center. We're going to turn the feet to face the long side of the mat, and then turn our heels slightly inward so our toes are pointing at the corners of the mat. Arms are extended. We're going to bend both knees and elbows to come to goddess pose. Breathing here for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Slowly turn to the right for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center and to the left for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, slowly come up to center. Take a big step to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes. We're going to slowly bend our knees and lower ourselves down to a seated position. Bring your hands out in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time, onto the mat. We're going to begin our Pilates portion now. To start out, we need to make sure we have a nice neutral spine throughout all of our Pilates exercises. To do this, we want to make sure that our feet are hip-width apart, shoulders are down and away from the ears, hands are down alongside our hips. We also want to make sure that our pelvis and hips are in alignment. To make sure that we are, we're going to bring our thumb and forefinger together to form a triangle. We're going to bring our thumbs about just below the belly button. We want to make sure that the area inside of the triangle is completely steady, almost as if somebody were to put a cup of water on our stomach inside the triangle, it wouldn't fall over. So you can gently tilt the pelvis forward or backward to make sure you are in neutral alignment. Go ahead and bring your hands back down alongside your hips once you found neutral spine. In Pilates, our breathing is slightly different also. We inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So let's practice here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, almost as if you had a mirror in front of you. You would be trying to fog the mirror. So let's inhale here. Exhale, we're going to slowly lift up to bridge pose, one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze at the top, and exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Let's do a few more of these. Exhale, slowly lift. Holding here, make sure those hips are steady. And inhale, slowly lower. Last one, pull that navel in towards the spine. Exhale, slowly lift up. Holding here. And inhale, slowly lower. Adding on, this time we're going to pull that navel into the spine. Exhale, lift. And we're going to extend right leg up toward the ceiling. Toe is pointed, knee is slightly turned out. Inhale here, and slowly come down. And lower that leg. Moving on to the left, exhale, lift. Left leg extends to the ceiling. Toe is pointed. Inhale, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. And then lower that leg. Two more on each side. Exhale, lift. Extend the right foot up. And inhale, slowly lower. And then lower the leg. Make sure those hips are steady. Exhale, lift. And extend. Inhale, lower. And then lower the leg. Last one each side. Exhale, lift. Right leg extends. Inhale, lower. And lower the leg. Last time on the left. Exhale, lift, hips are steady. Extend left leg to the ceiling. And then slowly lower down. And lower the leg. We're going to move on to the 100 now. Inhale and lift the knees up to tabletop position. And then lift the head and neck up to meet them. We're going to inhale, staccato breathing, 5 breaths. And then exhale through the mouth, 5 breaths. Gently pulsing the hands up and down. For a greater challenge, you can extend the legs up to 90, toes are pointed, heels are together, or you can lower the legs to 45. Remember, if your head or neck starts to strain, you can always lower them down. Eventually, our goal is to get to 100 breaths. That's why it's called the 100. So let's do 3 more sets of inhales and exhales. Inhaling 5 times, and exhaling 5 times. One more set. And slowly lower that head and neck down and bring the knees to tabletop. We're going to inhale the head and neck back up. Extend arms and legs up to 90. Exhale, lower the legs and arms to 45. and then circle around for the double leg stretch. Again, extend, lower, and circle. Keeping the navel pulled in toward the spine the entire time. Everything slow and controlled for 3, and 2. Moving with your breath, last one. Very good. Lower that head and neck down and bring the feet to tabletop. We're going to bring our hands behind our head for the crisscross. We're going to bring right knee in toward us, left leg extends out, opposite elbow comes up to the knee. Inhale to center, and exhale opposite elbow to opposite knee. Moving with your breath, inhaling to center, and exhaling as you cross. Everything slow and controlled. Really reach with that leg as you extend. Very good. Navel is pulled into the spine the entire time. For 3, and 2, and last one. Very good. Come back to center and lower that head and neck down. We're going to extend the legs up to 90. Inhale, lift head and neck up. We're going to grab behind the calf or ankle of the right leg. Gently pulse that right leg toward us twice, and then switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch for the single straight leg stretch. Another option here is to bend the knee for the single leg stretch. Either way, let's do 2 more with each leg. And last one. Very good. Go ahead and lower your head and neck down, and then bring those knees into your chest. So we're going to practice the double leg stretch now. For the double leg stretch, your hands can either be alongside your hips, out to a T, or you can bring them to that triangle that we practiced earlier, underneath your lower back. Whichever way you decide, it's very important that that lower back stays firmly planted on the floor the entire time. We're going to practice a modified version first, and then move on to the full exercise. So let's extend the legs to 90, toes are pointed, heels are together. Inhale here, exhale, slowly lower the legs down toward the floor. Bend those knees, bring the knees in toward you, and then extend. Exhaling as you lower, and inhaling as you bring in and extend. Good. 3, navel is pulled in toward the spine. And 2, and last one. And we're going to reverse directions. This time we extend. Inhale as you lift the legs up to 90. Bend those knees and extend along the floor. Inhale and exhale. Good for 4. And 3. Two. And 1. Good. Bring those knees into your chest. So we're going to practice the full double straight leg stretch. Again, remember your hand options down by your hips to a T or underneath your low back. For the full exercise, we're going to extend the legs up to 90, toes are pointed, heels are together. We're going to exhale, lower the legs, bringing them to 30 or a little bit further if you can, and inhale, come back up. Remember, we want that lower back to stay firmly planted to the floor. Exhaling as you lower, and inhaling as you lift. Good for 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Lower those knees down and give yourself a hug. You can gently rock back and forth and massage that lower spine. We're going to lower the feet down. Feet should be hip-width apart. We're going to do a preparation exercise for the roll-up. So we want to bring our hands down alongside our hips. And we're going to inhale, slowly lift up, letting the hands travel up the thighs. And exhale, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Practice engaging the core muscles we need. Exhale, slowly lift. And inhale, slowly come down. Navel's pulled into the spine. 2 more. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Last one, exhale. And inhale. We're going to practice the full roll-up now. The roll-up can be performed with your knees bent like this or with the legs extended. Either way, you want to make sure that your feet stay firmly planted on the floor at all times. We're going to begin with our hands up over our head. Inhale, lift the arms to 90. Exhale, pull the navel into the spine. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach forward, coming for your toes. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. You're engaging your core as you roll up and as you roll down. Inhale again, arms to 90. Exhale, pull the navel into the spine, slowly rolling up. Reach forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale, slowly roll down. And then release the arms. 3 more. Inhale, arms to 90. Exhale, rolling up. And fold. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, lower down. And then lower the arms. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly roll down. Last time, inhale. Navel to spine, slowly rolling up. Reach forward. And coming back. And slowly roll down. Very good. We're going to do one more roll up to come to a seated position, and we're going to stay seated. So let's inhale, lift the arms to 90. Exhale, pull the navel into the spine, slowly roll up. So we're going to practice our V-sit. So for the V-sit, there's lots of options. You can start out with your hands underneath your thighs. Back should be flat, shoulders are down and away from the ears. We're going to inhale, just lift the toes up a few inches off the floor. This is one option. Next option is to bring the legs parallel. You can then start to release the hands, and to come to a full position, you can extend the arms and legs out. Good for 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly release. We're going to do 2 more of these. So come to your V-sit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And last time, lifting up for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Let's slowly make our way onto our stomach. We're going to bring our hands behind us and interlace the fingertips behind the back. On an inhale, we're going to lift our chest, feet, and arms up off the floor for locust pose. Inhale, lift. Make sure you're breathing. Gaze is straight down on the mat in front of you. For 3, and 2, and 1, release. 2 more of these. Inhale, lift. And release. And inhale, lift. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1, release down. Bring your forearms in front of you. Bend that right knee in towards you, and then bring right hand around. Grab hold of the ankle or the foot. Good, and let's release and switch. And release. Slowly roll over onto your back. We're going to bring that right knee in toward us. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh. And if you'd like, you can extend the foot up toward the ceiling. You can point the foot and then flex and point. And flex. And let's slowly bend that knee and slowly lower right knee across the body. Head turns to look over right shoulder. Try and keep both shoulder blades planted on the floor for spinal twist. And inhale the leg back up to center and extend right leg along the floor. Left leg comes up, interlace those fingers behind the thigh and gently pull the leg in towards you. You can also keep that knee bent if you choose. Point the toes of the left foot and then flex. Point. Go ahead and bend the left knee. And we're going to lower the left leg across the body. Head turns to look over the left shoulder. Both shoulders remain planted on the floor the entire time. Inhale back to center. And let's extend both legs out in front of us. Slowly roll up to a seated position. And let's come to a nice easy cross-legged pose. Let's bring those hands out in front of us. Interlace those fingers. Tuck the chin into the chest. Reach forward. And then slowly lift the head and bring the hands behind us. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Tuck the chin into the chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And release the hands. Let's bring left ear down to left shoulder. Slowly bring the chin down to the chest. And then right ear to right shoulder. One more time, chin to chest. And then left ear to left shoulder. And back. Bring the head up to center. Bring those hands down along your side. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. And exhale, release the hands down. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, relax. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for taking this Group X class through LSU UREC Online. For other online classes or an in-studio schedule, visit www.lsu.edu/UREC. My name is Megan. I hope to see you online or in studio soon.